Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is gonna be part 2 of the hair creation for my character, Mr. Incredible. So I went and I tweaked the hair a little bit more compared to the previous video, and basically what I've done, I have added a frizz node. The frizz node on top of the curl node. Basically, I'm gonna show you the properties. Just a very tiny amount of frizz, and also I've reduced the scale as well as the amount ramp, just to add a little bit of movement. Then on top of everything, I've added a multiplier node. So the difference between adding more hair and using the multiplier node. The multiplier node basically keeps the same generated hair and basically duplicates them, and then you can go in here in the parameters. There's a lot of parameters, and you can here's numbers of copies, so it's copying the original hair 3 times, and you can spread the root, spread the tip, and these are values are modulated based on this ramp. So again, I just wanted to add a little bit more hair, but I wanted to keep the same exact the same shape, while if I'm going to generate new hair, it's gonna do a new interpolation and the shape is gonna change a little bit, so I didn't want to do that. So I think I'm at the point where things are starting to look pretty nice. Oh, I also added a push away from surface node. This basically does exactly what it says, so it pushes away the hair from the surface. In this case, the surface is just the scalp. So in here you can click this button and add a collision mesh, and this will basically, I selected the head, and this will make the head collide with the generated hair, and so the hair will not interpenetrate the head mesh, which is a very useful feature, because often when you generate hair, the interpolation makes them go inside the geometry, and you don't want that. And so by using this node, that can be fixed, so that's good. So in part 2, I'm gonna make the mullet for our character, and also I'm gonna make the sideburns. So the sideburns, the way I'm gonna make it is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna show you that later. So for now, I'm just gonna close the render here. I'm gonna remove this window, and so I'm gonna do the mullet. So I'm gonna go into my mullet mesh and unhide it. There it is. And I'm basically gonna do exactly the same process that I've done for my hair. So I'm gonna go here and click add hair, and again furball and create, and this is gonna generate new hair on top of the one that I already have. And this is going to be a completely separate system, so it's not going to interfere in any way with the previously generated hair. However, I do have the feeling that having this hair visible will impact the performance of Maya. So for now, I'm just gonna hide this node. So I'm gonna select the OX hair system 1, and I'm going to click Ctrl H to hide it. So now they're hidden, and let's go back to our mullet hair. As you can see, here are my is the stack of my operator for my scalp mesh, and if I click here, these are default for my mullet. So I'm gonna have to do the same process, but hopefully this is gonna be a little bit faster, because the mullet it doesn't cover as much area as the scalp. So I would say that the biggest the longest part is done. So I'm just gonna repeat what I did before. So let's go to render setting first, and let's reduce quite the size of these, and I'm going to uncheck the hair for now. Now I'm going back to guides from mesh, and I'm gonna drop this. So this time, in the previous video, the size was 1.5 for the regular hair, so I want the mullet to be longer, so I think I'm gonna double it, something like 3, and this should be good enough. Let's see, maybe even 4, and then I can go and scale this hair later if I think that they are too long. And so again, I'm going to activate, so let's hide 1 second my mesh, the head mesh. So I'm gonna click Ctrl H to hide my mesh, and so let's go back here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm going to reduce these to something like 1 or 2, just to have like one guide there. And actually I don't want to see this as well, so I'm gonna hide the scalp mesh as well for now. Okay, seems that Maya have some performance issue. So now I'm gonna go into my edit guides tool, and I'm gonna click on plant guide tool, and I'm gonna set these guys to 4, so it's gonna be the same, and I'm just gonna add a few guides. I don't need many, but so maybe something like this, here, and maybe something here. I'm gonna add a bunch of guides here and here, and now here and here, something like that. It's probably gonna be enough. Maybe, yeah, it's probably gonna be enough. I'm gonna probably add a few more here. Okay, like that. And now I'm gonna repeat what I did in the previous video, but this is gonna be a little bit faster. So what I can do, let's see. First of all, I'm gonna save this, save as, and I'm gonna save on hair02. I already have my scene, so click save as, yes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring up my head mesh. It seems that Maya is not cooperating with me. It seems to be very slow for some reason in selecting selecting the objects. probably, so I'm gonna click Alt H, actually it was Shift H to bring them up. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I have the feeling that the reason why everything is the reason why everything is so slow, I think it's because all of this hair. So I wonder if I uncheck this, if it's gonna be, yeah, Maya is way more responsive. So I just, I'm just gonna hide the hair stack, and I can work with this. So, all right, let's start. What I can do, let's see. I kind of want these, the top hair. I don't want a sudden separation between the length of this hair and this hair. So let's see what I can do. I can probably, I'm gonna go to my comb tool and my select guide tool, and I'm gonna select a bunch of guides like this. To select multiple guides, I'm just gonna press Control Shift and click like this. And now I'm just gonna go into the length and click Effect Selected Only. And let's see if I can get these guys. I wanna make them a little bit short, kind of like that, like so. This way, the hair here are gonna be, they're not gonna be so long compared to the previous one. Remember, the previous one, the size was 1.5 and this one is 4, so I'm gonna make them nice and short, and I'm gonna do the same. Actually, I'm gonna shorten even a little bit more just to be sure, like this. And I'm gonna do the same for the other row. This guy here, whoops, let me undo that. Let's see, let's make our brush nice and small. So select this guy, like this, and this guy. Basically I want just this row here, and go back to my length brush, and I'm just gonna scale this a little bit, something maybe like that, maybe a little bit longer. And I'm gonna repeat, I want just this guy here. Let's see why it's not okay. This guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Alright, and again I'm going to scale it down a little bit, like so. And so now basically I've created, I'm gonna leave the two on top. So I've created a little bit of length variation, kind of a from short to long, so they're gonna blend a little bit better with the hair on the top. So now I'm just gonna select here, select my comb brush. After selected only, I'm gonna press B, and I'm gonna drag to resize my my brush. And as you can see, yeah, I mean, these are gonna be way too long, but I think I'm going to let's see. Actually, as you can see, there's a shape going on like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first comb these guys, and then I'm gonna use the cut brush to just cut this shape along here. So for now, or I can actually, let's see if I cut it like here. So this is gonna be about there. It's probably gonna, I'm probably gonna have to cut it even more, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So let's do something like that. It should be okay. And select this guy here, and I'm gonna cut it about here. The nice thing about this tool is that when you cut, Ornatrix will redistribute the number of points. So along your guide. So this has 10 points at the moment, and if I cut it, it's just gonna redistribute the points uniformly. So you're always gonna have a nice and smooth curve. And okay, something like this maybe. Actually, they don't go outside like that. They all go inside. So let's not get confused. So they are gonna go kind of like this. Alright, something like that maybe. And they're probably actually, from what I'm seeing here, these are way too long, because if I compare the ears, where the ears ends, you can see they only go up to about here. So these are gonna be much shorter than I thought they would be. So let me fix this guy, and like so, and like so. For some reason, I just thought that these hair would have been much longer, but it's only the top one that they are long. These ones are being cut. So actually, maybe it would be better to start from the top because of that. Let's see, if I grab this guy here, let's see how long this guy is gonna go. So yeah, I want this guy to be longer actually, so I'm gonna scale it like this, and I'm just going to curve it down like so. It's gonna be a bit shorter, so I'm gonna cut it about here, and kind of like this. Let's see. I actually kind of want to do a little bit of the shape is gonna be something like this, probably. That's okay for now. And so I'm gonna use, let's do the top row first, and I'm gonna use it as reference for the length. As you can see, this one is long enough, so just I'm gonna drop this guy down there like so, and maybe it's gonna be like this. And I'm gonna cut it about there like this. Okay, this should be okay. Now I'm gonna grab this guy and do the same. So this is not long enough, so I'm gonna increase the length, and I'm gonna curve it this way. So it seems that the hair on the side are not that long, so maybe cutting this guy shorter like this, it's probably gonna be okay. So something like this, perhaps. Now select this guy, and this is actually gonna be shorter, so I cut it there. Actually, let me undo that. I'm just gonna cut it here, and maybe something like this. The one on this side, they kind of have this S shape. So let's try to get that going on, and something like this. Let's see. It's quite difficult to see the exact shape of this hair from those screenshots, but we do what we can. So again, this guy here, it's too long. I'm just gonna cut it there, and also it's gonna have kind of a S shape, maybe a little bit longer, and this is gonna be here. Let's see, it's gonna curve this way and this way like so. Okay, this is probably okay. Let's go to the other side. Select this guy, and this is way too long, so let's cut it about there, and let's give it that S shape there, and bring it maybe a little bit here like that. Okay, this guy, let's drop it down like that, and let's see, it seems to have also kind of this wavy this wavy shape going on. So the length is probably okay. I'll try this guy, and I'm just gonna give it also the same kind of curl here. seems to be kind of like that. Okay, and again, so since this is gonna be not quite as long as the previous one, but it's a bit boring, and you get the idea. I'm just gonna pause the recording now, and I'll come back once this is done, so we can go and check the other options. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. This is what I've got. Didn't took very long, about 30 minutes or so. So now let's check if this is somehow acceptable. And I'm gonna go here and click on Air from Guide. And this is what I get. So let's let me also. So at the moment this doesn't look particularly good, but one thing that I can do, I can go back to my previously made hair, and I can actually copy these tags and paste it in my new modifier. So let's see, I'm gonna copy the hair cluster, the curl node, freeze node, multiplier, render settings. Actually, I'll do render settings later. Let's copy these four for now. So I'm gonna middle click and click copy, and then in here I'm gonna click paste, and that's what I've got. So these are the same settings, and the hair cluster 500, it's a bit too high for this because I have way less hair, and also maybe I also want to try getting this guide cluster node. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it in here, and I'm gonna activate it, so something like that. And also I'm gonna copy these two, detail node and mesh from strands. Copy. I'm gonna paste it on top here. Paste. Okay. And let's see. And also I have to increase. Let's see. In here. I think I have to increase the number of hair. So if I go to hair from guides at the moment, let's see, in here, how many hair did I have? I have 10,000 hair, so maybe this one is gonna be about 3,000 maybe. Let's see. So let's go to hair from guides, and I'm gonna set something like, let's try 4,000 and 4,000. So these are is going to generate our hair, and I can preview this. First of all, let me save, and now I go to IPR, and let's see what we get. So now Octane is compiling the scene. Let's see what we get. Shouldn't take too long before. Okay, let me change this to raw, and I'm gonna snap this window here. Okay. All right. Actually, it looks quite nice. I think it looks quite nice. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe if I compare it, as you can see, I've got these big volumes here, the same as I'm getting here, so pretty happy on how it looks. And so let's activate the hair that I made before, and so I'm gonna go to here's the previous hair system, and I'm going to activate this hair. Should take a minute. Alright, and now let's see if Maya come back to life. Let me deselect this. Let's see if okay, that deselected, and so now I can go and refresh my IPR renderer and see how it looks all together. Okay, there you go. It's about 7.3 million polygons at the moment, and it actually looks quite nice. Maybe, let's see. From the back, it's looking pretty good. Maybe one thing I want to tweak, it's this area here. So if I check, and this is a little bit better distributed, and I'm noticing there's like a gap in here, and the same thing kind of happens here. So I might want to go and fix that real quick, but it's looking good. The only other thing, maybe there's a little bit harsh, there's a little bit of like this, the mullet looks a little bit harsh. There's this step here, while he's a little bit slightly, I mean, it does have a little bit of this step, but it looks smoother than the one that I have. So maybe I want to go in my previous hair and adjust that a little bit, so in order to get that reduce that step that is going on here. I can clearly tell from here, so I wanna make this a little bit more smooth. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deactivate the hair again, and I'm gonna pause the render. So let's get this out of the way. Let's first focus on fixing this gap here and here. That shouldn't be should be fairly easy. So let's go here. I'm gonna turn off my hair. As I can see, there are no guides in here, so I might want to add at least one guide so that I can compensate a little bit better what's going on. So I'm gonna go here and plant guide tool. I'm gonna set this to something like 3, I'm gonna click in here. So, and now with my let's see, let's select this guy, and let's bring this guy outside like so, something like this, and maybe a bit longer like so. So okay, yeah, I'm getting a warning for these two operators. I'm gonna deactivate it for now. And basically the warning, it was just warning me that Ornatrix cannot do proper guide cluster if there are no hair, because I'm just modifying the guides, not the hair themselves, so that's fine. So maybe something like this, and let's activate the hair and see how it looks here. Is he actually doing? Yeah, okay, it's working. So let's see. Let's go back and let's refresh the IPR. Let's see if that gap looks better. Alright. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna modify this guide here. I'm gonna make it a little bit kind of like this shape. So let's stop that and go back here, and I'm gonna select this guy here. Let me uncheck these two guys. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move this a little bit more here and make it a little bit kind of like this shape. Goes inside like that. So this should help reducing that gap that I had before. Something like that. Let's see. Let's activate the hair and the cluster. Okay. And now let's refresh and see how it looks. It looks a little bit better. Still not quite happy. But I think, let's see. Yeah, maybe I want to have this guy moving a little bit more. So let's pause this again. Check this and this. Yeah, I wanna have a little bit more movement in here. Something like that, maybe. Something like this, perhaps. I just want this area to be a little bit more smooth, to blend a little bit better together. Let's see if this is gonna do any difference. Let's go back again and IPR. Yeah, so I think it looks better. Let me see. I have some it looks a little bit better. I'm not like super happy about it, but I think for now this will do. Maybe I can mask this gap a little bit more with the hair on top, so this area looks fine. So let's see this side. This side actually looks fine. And again, I want to modify the hair on top, so I'm gonna do just that. So let me stop this, and I'm gonna save it for now. Now I'm going back here, and I'm gonna click on Edit Guides, and okay, so these are my guides, and I want to basically select the one here at the very bottom and try to make them flow a little bit better. So let's see, let's start with this guy. Actually, let me uncheck the hair from here, because this will definitely impact on the performance. So let's see. I'm not sure why, if I uncheck the hair here, I still see some of the hair. Maybe it's the multiplier node. Okay. Not just that though, so I'm not sure, but okay, it's probably fine. So what I want to do, I want to move this guy a little bit like this, in a way that this is coming down a little bit more, and maybe I'm gonna extend the length a little bit, like so, and it's gonna make it come down like that. Let me uncheck this guy and see if the performance are better. What else? Okay, I think this is enough to have decent performance. So something like this maybe. And now I'm gonna check this guy. And also he's gonna be a little bit longer, like this. And it's gonna come down a little bit like so. Alright. And now let's move to this guy here. Make it a bit longer. And let's move it like that. I just want to alleviate this the step between the first set of hair and the second set of hair. So let me select this guy, make it longer, and I'm gonna comb it this way, like so. And maybe I'm gonna cut it a little bit there and comb it like this, something like that could do. And continue with this guy, make it a little bit longer, and it's gonna go, I'm gonna bring it outside, and it's gonna be bent this way and maybe this way, and do the same with this guy here. Okay, and like so. Alright, now this guy. And I'm gonna do something like that as well. Like that. Now I'm gonna select this guy. A bit longer. And a little bit outside. This guy. Like so. And maybe a little bit like here. Okay. Now this guy. Make it longer. Comb brush. And I'm gonna just move it like this. And a little bit outside, like so. Maybe, let's see. It's kind of difficult to see. Something like that maybe should be okay. And I'm gonna do the same with this guy here. I'm gonna make it longer. Actually, this is the one that I want to bring down towards the area that I wanted to cover before. And spin it like this, bend it like this. So I'm gonna do something like that. Perhaps it's gonna be okay. And so. And alright, something like that. Alright, let's check what we have here. So I'm gonna activate this, and the hair. Okay, I'm gonna click outside to deselect my current hair. Okay, and now I'm gonna reactivate my second set, which is this one. There you go. Let's see. Okay. So in here it looks better, but still I have the feeling that this one is still a little bit, it's not enough. As you can see from this area, it's still a little bit too harsh, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go and uncheck this and uncheck this. And I think it's this one, yeah. So let's get this guy. Let's select this guy here. And I think I want to bring this guy a little bit more outside. Like so. And also maybe this guy here. So it doesn't feel alone left inside the hair, the other hair. Like that. Okay. And maybe this this guy here, bring him a little bit more outside, like so. And this guy also. Kind of like this. Okay. And on this side, let's do this guy here. Let's make this guy a little bit longer. And I'm gonna comb it like that. And I'm gonna do the same with this guy. Bring it a little bit more outside, like so. And maybe, let's see, maybe this guy. I'm gonna make it longer and comb it a little bit more outside, like so. And maybe move it a little bit like this. So I get, okay, this kind of shape going on. And this guy also looks like it could be more, put more a little bit towards outside. Okay, this should be okay. Let's see, maybe something like this. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna. Well, let's try this first. So I'm gonna uncheck and let's save what I have. And I'm gonna activate this hair. Okay. And this hair. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, it looks much better now. So let's go back here and let me refresh the IPR. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it looks. I think it looks good. Now I don't see that step anymore. It was here. Let me check from the back view. And there's a little bit of gap here, but I can adjust it further later. So I think it looks okay, especially because you're not really gonna see him very much from the back anyway, but just wanted to make sure that at least from the silhouette was I got the shape that I wanted, and I got this nice shape going on here, which is pretty good, and that's pretty good as well. Let's see. So, okay. And maybe Also, one thing to notice is that this character throughout the movie, they don't show when that happens, but basically at some point towards the end, he kind of seems to have changed his hairstyle. So if I go and take a look at, for example, this image, as you can see, like, he has no mullet here. Or let's see, this other scene here, again, no mullet. So it looks like at a certain point he kind of cut his hair. So this is the one with the mullet is probably in the beginning, when he's depressed and not being a superhero for a long time. And but I kind of like what's going on here, so that's what I wanted to have in my version. So I think it looks quite good. And okay, so let's move on, and I'm gonna make the sideburns. So let me stop the render here, and actually I'm gonna close it, and so I'm gonna save, and actually I'm gonna save as, I'm gonna make hair 03. It's gonna be with the sideburns. So let me first uncheck. Oops, no, I did not want to do that. I want to uncheck this hair, and I want to uncheck this hair. Okay, so I got much faster performance. Now for the sideburns, I'm gonna do something slightly different. So since these are gonna be very short hair, I'm not gonna make I'm not gonna comb my guides like I did with the hair. Instead, I'm gonna use another technique, and so let's do that. So let's bring back the geometry. That's my sideburns. Here they are. And I'm gonna click again on Furball, click create, and again I got this crazy thing going on here. So first of all, let's fix that. Let's set this to something like this. Actually, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna copy this render settings. I'm gonna delete this and paste the new render settings, so I got exactly the same curve going on here. And now let's go back to guide from mesh, and the length is gonna be probably about let's see, these are very short, so the length is probably gonna be 0.15 maybe. Let's keep it maybe like 0.2 or something like that. Okay, and I'm gonna remove this. So okay, I got my my hair and my guides, and what I'm gonna do, first of all, let's see, yeah, so I can activate a symmetry operator. Hopefully it's gonna work. Let's see, this is the symmetry operator, and on top of this symmetry operator, I'm gonna add a comb on surface. So what this is gonna do, this is like the name suggests, first of all, why am I seeing this? That's interesting. Maybe the symmetry axis, it's not correct. Edit symmetry plane, and let's see, the symmetry plane is supposed to be here, I guess. Okay, so now that's correct. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use, so what the surface comb does, it automatically combs the hair along the surface, but you can see the direction is not what I want. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use this called Sinks editing tool, and then I'm gonna just click and drag. Basically, this the sinks, they will add a direction to my hair. Actually, I'm gonna do that because in the beginning I want the hair to move in this direction and in this direction, and then I'm gonna move them down like this and like this, so like so, like so, something like that. Let's see. So see, because I have a symmetry node, the same thing it's happening here as well. Another thing to notice is that these hair, they're not really they're not going down as much as I would like, so I'm just gonna move them like this, and let's see what's going on here. So for some reason okay, that's I see what's going on. Basically I'm applying the same, okay, sorry, I'm stupid. I can't do that because I'm applying my hair are already on both sides. So if I apply the symmetry node, basically it's gonna duplicate the hair and do the same thing twice. So I'm just gonna delete this for now. And since, I mean, to be honest, it's not a big deal. I can do exactly the same on the other side. It's only gonna take a few seconds, but some reason it looks like it's already doing some, maybe it was something that left from the operator that I deleted, but that's fine. Just gonna do something like that. I'm just gonna add a bunch of directions like so. Now let's go and add, let's see, let's add a rotate node and orient. Now it's a little bit difficult to see, so let's select my hair and I'm gonna assign the same blend material that I'm using on the other hair. So you can see it started to look nice, but obviously these hair are not wear enough, so let's see, let's go 2000 for now, and this guy and I'm gonna copy a bunch of stacks. So I'm gonna copy this here, paste, and this is making that. Okay, it's creating the geometry, and also I'm going to copy the multiplier, copy, and I'm gonna apply the multiplier on top here, paste. But it seems that these settings are not good for these, so let me delete that, and maybe instead of the multiplier, in this case I'm just gonna maybe increase, or actually, you know what, I'm gonna apply it from scratch. So let's put it in, and I got this mess. That would be pretty freaky. Alright, so first of all, let me set this to 0. 0. Okay, so spread root, let's say 0.1, and maybe move this a little bit, like so. Maybe something like that. If I go like this, maybe I can let's see. This is just going to basically duplicate the current hair. I did not want to do that. Okay, what's going on? Alright, I want to edit this point, and actually perhaps I'm gonna delete this guy and just increase the number of hair here since they're too short. So let's see, let's go to 4000. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks better. And let's see what I can do. So the sideburns, they look, I think they should look like they are nicely cut. So as you can see here, I don't want them to be very rough, so maybe this is already acceptable. So let me preview here. First I'm gonna save, and let me preview my sideburns. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, they already look pretty good. So I don't think they're gonna have the need to further tweak them. Let me zoom in. Yeah, they look pretty good. And the other side looks good as well. So alright, so let me I'm gonna unhide, so let me stop this. I'm gonna unhide all the hair, and let's see all together how things looks. Okay, so here's the all the hair displayed. I have 7.5 million polygons rendered at the moment, and I think it looks pretty good. So let me place the character with an angle kind of like that. So I think it looks pretty good. Maybe sideburns are a little bit too long, and what I can do, I can introduce some randomness in the length of them. So I'm gonna do that. So let me place the camera like so, and I'm gonna stop here. And so on top of this guy here, I'm gonna add a length operator, and so and here I'm going to set a randomize, let's see, something like 0.5 maybe. So this is gonna randomize the length of this hair. They're gonna look a little bit more natural, I think. So let's see. Okay, so let's take a look, and I think they look better now. They look more similar to the original, the one that the character actually has. So let's see. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. And so, okay, so the character hair are pretty much done. One last thing I want to add. So on top of the hair here, it has few strands that kind of goes this way, but it has like some major one that the one that I made here, they're kind of weak. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add one, especially if I go here. He has this big curly strand here, which is kind of cool, and I want to add this. So instead of modifying this hair, I'm just gonna add that as a separate Ornatrix operator, so it's not gonna interfere with any of the other hair that we created. And so let's do that. First I'm gonna save, and let's close this guy like this. Yeah, it starts to look pretty good, I think, despite the fact that obviously here the hair are black, so it almost looks like a almost, for some reason, it reminds me of Elvis Presley. But so hair looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add that nice curly strand here, and to do that I'm going to duplicate this sculpt mesh. So first of all, once again, I'm gonna uncheck the hair for performance reason. So 1, 2, and also I'm gonna uncheck these guys, and 3. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on the sculpt mesh, and I'm going to duplicate it. Without this, okay, just the sculpt mesh, and I'm going to let's see, do I want just one or do I want more? Maybe I can reinforce a little bit the one that is on the other side. So let's make 2 of them. So I'm gonna select, let's see, I'm just gonna select these faces here and these faces here, and then Control Shift I to inverse the selection and delete. So I got this brand new polygon, and also going back to my custom shelf, I'm gonna delete history and freeze transformation. So I got these two polygons here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply an Ornatrix system there. So click plus, furball, and create. And again, I got this crazy madness going on here. So let's copy these two first of all. So copy, and let's go and paste these render settings. Okay, so I'm gonna have the same exact render. Also, I want to apply the same blend material, and for some reason it didn't apply it. Okay, blend. Okay, and now guides, and let's reduce this to 1.5 like the original. And I really okay, let's go here, and I actually just want, let's see, if I go on 2, it's actually gonna give me just 2, so that's fine. And I'm gonna click on edit guide, and so I'm gonna just edit these two guides here. So first of all, I'm gonna edit this one. So effect, and press B to scale down my brush. I'm just gonna actually, let's see. Alright, and I'm just going to make this guy in the shape that I want. Let's see, I don't really like what's going on here. This looks weird, but I do like this guy here. That's pretty cool. So let's make this nice and curly, and it goes down kind of like that, and maybe like that, and perhaps a little bit like so. Okay, let me do this again. So I want this guy to be about here. Okay, that's probably gonna be enough. And this guy is just gonna reinforce the one that already exists here, and I'm gonna place him about the same. So it's gonna tackle to this one, something like that. It's kind of gonna go and look part of the same strand. Alright, and now let's go and activate my hair. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, the interpolation seemed to not being refreshed properly. Alright, so let's say how many hair do I want. Let's start with 100 maybe. Okay, so apparently this interpolation method requires at least 3 guides, so that's why it was not working. So 100 hair, and also let's add a guide cluster. So the guide, my hair are gonna be around that. Oh, and on top here we're gonna add a detail node, and let's set this to 30 maybe, or even 40 perhaps. Doesn't seem to change much. Okay, now it looks better. And smoothing, let's set the smoothing max like that. And okay, so on top of this, this looks okay. Maybe let's see what else we can try. Maybe the clump, it's happening a little bit too much. Maybe something like that. And let's add a length, and let's increase the randomize, so something like 0.3. It's gonna look more natural, and we can try and see how this looks so far. So let me save this, and I'm just gonna test it with these hair, since it's where these are supposed to go. Okay. Alright, so this one might be okay. I'm not quite sure. Maybe in here I'm gonna add, because I don't really like the fact that they're so flat here. So let's see. I'm going to add some other operator on top of this, and let's add a curl, and let's get this down, and let's see. Actually, I don't mind that to be there. And maybe some noise. Let's see what we can do. Well, it's better. And let's see with some frizz what we can do. So I don't want this, but yeah, that's gonna look better. So that's definitely gonna break more the shape, make it look much more realistic. And I think maybe I can also add a little bit more hair. So I'm gonna go to hair here, and I'm just gonna double it, and that's probably good enough. So Let's go back to Octane Hair System 1, activate this hair, and let's see how it looks. Okay, it could be fine. Let's get back the IPR and let's see how it looks. Alright, so there we go. Let's snap this guy up here. And let's see. Alright, I think it looks quite cool. Yeah, I do like. It's not as big as this one, but to be honest, I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty good. And I also like this area here. I think it looks pretty nice. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm calling the hair pretty much done. I might go back here on the back, and I forgot to display the other hair. There was like an area here, there was like a little bit of a gap. Maybe I'll go back there and tweak that a little bit, but as overall hair, I think this looks pretty good, and so I can call them done. So actually, let's do one last thing. Let me stop here. Let's see everything together. I'm gonna save. So let's go back here, activate these guys, activate these guys. Okay, and here it is. So this is the full hair, full head, full of hair, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So let's save this, and I think at this point the hair can be called done. So in the next video we will finally start to making the texturing and materials for our character, so we can start rendering out and make it look like a final image. So please click the subscribe button, leave a like and leave some comment. If you have any suggestion, or if you simply want to say something, don't hesitate to leave a comment, and see you in the next video.